He or she is baring their teeth. Te karawasi ari. I wounded him. That's the haftakus.
Garland Blaine Vocabulary List, August 1977.
Is it all right now?
Yeah, it's fine.
I hate to waste all that time.
It's going.
Is it rolling? Well, Didahurihu. Didahurihu. In Pawnee, this means to console a person. Tirahurihu. And a lot of times they'll say, Pawnees will say, Atesti taku arakitaku, iri weraku tara, kararakurahera, hetaru tikitat, atara hurihu. This means when Almighty God, something happens that, such as, death or something like that, well, they say when something happens that he, of his will, well, he turns around and then he, in a lot of times you hear a person say he feels sorry for things, so he bestows more blessings. And it can be said of a little, supposing somebody gets after a small child, and then somebody takes up for him, and console him, and then they say tirahurihu. Dura sariwitit. Dura sariwitit. This means a man approach a woman for sexual purposes or fornication. Dura sariwitit. It can also be said of animals when a male is hanging around a female during time of heat. Diridu. Diridu means he or she is afraid. Diridua means he became afraid. Tiku rarustavari. Tiku rarustavari. That means I am getting the chills, getting a fever. And ti means it. Ku means me. Rarus means it's leaning towards hair. Tawari means to be about on your body or crawling over your body. When a person is chilled and cold, the hair sort of stands on edge and you get the chill bumps, and the hair seems to crawl over your body. So when you have a fever and you have the chills and you go to shaking, well, it's just like when you're cold. and got the when you're cold and chilly, and when you get the chills, fever, well, you go to shaking, and it looks like you're cold. So this is the reason why they say that my hair is crawling over my body. Kawidaditis. Kawidaditis means jealousy. If you say tikawid, it means he is jealous or she is jealous. He or she. Tsikskararakuksu. Tsikskararakuksu. That means when a baby, or maybe even other than a baby, has been crying very hard, and they have stopped crying, but then they sort of sigh, and a kind of a jerking motion with their abdomen, you know. And so it says tsiks means chest or throat. Kara means stomach. Rukukskus means to hit the bottom. Tsakahuru. Tsakahuru means a person that is giggly, laughing, doing things in a I don't know, levity style, or in a levity manner. That's one way. It could also mean like a person that is have a devil-may-care attitude, and not have no fear of foe, or just have no fear of danger. Dusa. In Pawnee, it means it snowed. Tihureda sukut. Tihureda sukut. In Pawnee, that means it frosted. You know, when there's been a heavy frost. Tiriwakahuru kitaiwari. Tiriwakahuru kitaiwari. That means in the real severe thunderstorm, when there's just one thunder clap right after another, and it just thunders one right after another, and just thunders real loud. You know, sometimes it does that. Triwakahuru kitaiwari. And it really says that ti is it. Riwaku is leaning towards saying. It is saying. Huda means to be acting. And whatever this is saying, It's acting, like the clouds that are lightning and then it's thundering. Well, it is acting. Kitayu means repeating, or also could be above, repeating above. And then, when they take a person to be buried to the graveyard, they always say, "Wesiti det spotted, Wesiti det spotted." That means we means now. City means they have. Red spotted means to carry past. In the old days, well, they would, a person died, well, they brought him out of the earth lodge, and they would, the procession would go past the village, pass out of the village to the place where they buried the people. And that's what it says. Wesiti red spotted. And they all, when they say they buried a person, they say Wesiti. Wesiti tatawa. Wesiti tatawa means they have buried the person. We means now. City means they have. Tatawa means to bury. And there is also another way they say for the same thing. Wesiti didisirit. Wesiti didisirit. We means now. City means they have. Didisirit. Didisirit means to put under. Usually, if you have something in your hand that might be dangerous, and someone would say, "Suk city city," means put it under the ground, so you dig a little hole and put this, whatever it is, it might be a sharp instrument or something, and that's the way they also say for to bury people. Wesiti the city, they have buried him or her. Tiku Watu. Tiku Watu. In Pawnee, that is saying, I am lonesome or I am lonely. Tiku Watu. Tira Watu. Tira Watu. It means the time is lonely. It is lonely. Tira Watu. And Tutawatu. Tutawatu means he or she is lonely or lonesome. He or she is lonesome for, and then you name the person. Tutawatu, and then you name the person, like say of a small child, and the small child is lonely, so you say Tutawatu Isasti, means mother, lonesome for his mother, or Tutawatu Iasti, lonesome for the father. If you don't name the third person, then you say Tutawatu. The person that you are talking to, you are saying that person is lonesome for you. like that little, like if I'd say there was a little child there, and somebody came in, and I told this person that just entered, do the what? I mean, he's lonesome for you. See. In Pawnee, you say wittirira katatawerihu. Wittirira katatawerihu. That means when they run into each other. That is the word that they used to use for a football game. My grandmother saw a football game one time, and she said she said somebody would get the ball and they'd run and they'd all run into each other. So that's the way they said it. When I was a child growing up, well, whenever any group of Pawnees would go anywhere, from the house to town, from town back to the house, or anywhere, it was common practice for the small children to call out in a chant-like call and call all the whole family, you know, come on, we're going. And it went something like this, for instance, Siksa tsupirit wetatarapu, Siksa tsupirit wetatarapu. And Siksa means come here. Tsupirit is a name of a girl. Wetatarapu means we are going home, or we are going. And you could have any kind of name. You could call Grandpa Atipat, grandmother Atika, Atias, or father Atira, mother, or like that. In Pawnee, Rahi Tara'u. Rahi Tara'u means hay mower. Kataraki is axe. Kataraki. And a hoe is katareribis. Katareribis. Knife is retsiki. Retsiki. The clock or a watch you call sakuhkaidus. Sakuhkaidus. Sa means it's leaning towards the sun. Kuhka means to place into. Idus means within, meaning to place the sun within a small area. Looking at the face of the watch, or you know, it's like putting in a sun in a small area so you could tell what time it is. Early morning. In Pawnee, early in the morning, they say Kekarus. That means early in the morning. Kekarus. Wetasakta is another way of saying the sun has risen. Wetasakta. Wetahesa is another way of saying it is in the morning. Wetahesa. Wetasakuhta. It means the sun is up. Wetasakuhta. Weti suhuderit. Weti suhuderit is it means there stands or there is visible the real bright or the real early morning kind of a fog, or not, you can't see too good yet, With it is this is an old, and this is what the old folks used to say. I don't hear the younger people saying this. This is an old way of saying it is coming morning. It's like saying it's like saying it's hazy, I guess. Early in the morning, before the sun comes up, there seems to be a mist or a haze or a fog or something. Anyway, you can't see good yet, and it's still kind of dark. Well, this is what it means. Kekaruspahat. Kekaruspahat means bright and early. Yeah, a bright early morning. Kekaruspahat. Vetisakarit. Vetisakarit means the sun is standing, meaning daytime. Vetisakuh kita uderiku. Vetisakuh kita uderiku, meaning it is nearly noon. Vetisakuh kitarit means it's noon, meaning the sun is on top. Vetisakuh terividahat, meaning it is afternoon. Vetisakuh terividahat, literally it means the sun has toppled. And that other word, Vetisakuh kita uderiku, meaning it is nearly noon, it means the sun is nearly to the top.